Welcome to the Grand Journey, here on One Piece Explained. Our goal for this show is to go through One Piece's story, breaking it down for those interested in learning more about this long-running manga series. Before we get started, let's go over some information on the creation of One Piece itself. Mangaka Ichiro Oda began crafting what would eventually become One Piece at a young age. He would draw what he'd call pirate manga in school, and in 1992, he would begin working as an assistant, most notably under, and pardon my pronunciation, Nobuhiro Watsuki, who was the creator of Rurouni Kenshin. During this time, he would create several one-shots, including the preludes to One Piece, called Romance Dawn versions 1 and 2. One Piece premiered in Weekly Shonen Jump on July 19th, 1997, though there is an argument to be had that it was on the 22nd, but we won't get into that, where it would quickly become a tentpole for the anthology magazine. Now, after 2 decades, the series has over 80 volumes published in dozens of languages across the world, and has turned into a huge property, spawning a hit anime, multiple feature films and video games, as well as various attractions throughout Japan. Needless to say, it can be a daunting task to start this long-running manga, so we hope this series will help you along the way. Today we'll be going over the first chapter of One Piece, Romance Dawn. We open with a man standing before a crowd, awaiting execution. His name is Gold Roger, known to the world as King of the Pirates, and the only man to forge his way to the end of the perilous sea called the Grand Line. His final words would change the world forever. My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything in one piece. With this proclamation, he ushered in a golden age of piracy. Countless souls would raise a Jolly Roger and head out to sea, searching for adventure and riches. They flocked to the Grand Line, for whoever finds Roger's treasure at the end of the world shall inherit the title of King of the Pirates. We open 12 years later on Dawn Island in the East Blue. For some time, a crew called the Red-Haired Pirates have been using the small port town of Fuchsia Village as their base, drawing the captivation of a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy. After being egged on by the group, he stands before the pirates, declaring that he'll show 'em how tough he is, and proceeds to stab himself below the eye with a knife, sending the entire band into shock. Later that day at the local pub, the crew gives a toast to the boy's bravery. Luffy sits at the bar, pleading with Shanks, the group's captain, to take him along when the crew leaves town for their next voyage. Ha ha ha! You, a pirate? But you can't swim! The rest of the crew doesn't help matters by telling Luffy about the freedom of pirating and filling his head with wonders. Ben Beckman, the first mate, adds that it's not all fun and games though. There's work too, like pillaging, kidnapping, and of course, lots of drinking. Luffy dismisses this, deciding he'll just have to learn how to swim before Shanks leaves. The party is interrupted when a local group of mountain bandits bursts into the bar. They demand rum, but are outraged to learn that the pirates have drunk it all up. Guess we drank all the liquor. Shanks then offers the last remaining bottle to the group. Their leader, Higuma, responds by breaking it over Shanks' head. Trying to make a fool out of me? Better watch yourselves. Shanks ignores the threat and begins to clean up the mess. The bandit proceeds to destroy all the bottles on top of the bar with a swing of his blade. That'll keep you busy, cowards. They walk out, leaving Shanks on the floor soaked in rum. Both captain and crew laugh off the incident, but Luffy doesn't take it so well. What kind of man lets himself be treated like that and just laughs about it? Shanks simply tells him that maybe when he grows up he'll understand. Luffy starts to leave, off to find a better role model. Shanks reaches out, grabbing his arm, trying to stop him from leaving. But to everyone's shock, Luffy just keeps on walking, his arms stretching across the room. The crew scrambles to the chest they left on the bar, opening it, horrified to find it empty. Luffy says he ate the weird fruit that was inside for dessert, noting that it tasted really nasty. Shanks tells Luffy that he ate a devil fruit, called the Gum Gum fruit, and that now his entire body has turned into rubber, and that he'll never be able to learn how to swim. While dismayed at first, Luffy soon learns the upside of being made of rubber. Sometime later, Luffy waits at the pub for the pirates to return from an outing. To his dismay, the bandits return. Higuma begins to badmouth Shanks, enraging the rubber boy, who charges the group and is quickly tossed outside, where the band starts to kick him around. To their surprise, this has little effect, and they discover Luffy's new ability. They consider the idea of selling him to a freak show, but are soon interrupted by the town's mayor, begging for Luffy's release. But after another outburst, the bandit decides it would be far easier just to kill Luffy for his insults. It's then that Shanks arrives on the scene. I thought you were a tough guy, the captain teases as he approaches the outfit. Higuma spits threats as one of his lackeys approaches, pointing a pistol at the pirate's head. You're putting your life on the line pointing a gun at me, Shanks warns. Before the lackey can even react, he hits the ground, shot in the head by Lucky Roo, one of the red-haired pirates. The bandits protest, complaining of foul play. You're not dealing with saints here. We're pirates. We don't play by the rules. You can pour drinks on me and spit on me all you like. I'll just laugh it off. But nobody tries to hurt one of my friends. Higuma orders his men to attack. Ben Beckman volunteers to take care of them, doing so by himself with a handy cigarette and the butt of his rifle. This leaves the leader alone holding Luffy hostage. Shanks demands the boy's return, threatening to turn in the bandit. Panicking, Higuma throws down a smoke bomb, then thinking himself clever, tries to escape to the sea. After reaching a safe distance offshore, the bandit tosses Luffy into the sea, laughing as the boy flounders in the water. Over the sound of his laughing, Higuma fails to notice a sea monster arising from the sea behind him. He is quickly devoured by the creature, and it then turns its sights on Luffy. Out of nowhere, Shanks appears, scaring off the beast with a frightful stare. Luffy sobs into the pirate's chest, and Shanks tells him that there's no need to cry, smiling even after losing an arm to the beast. He tells Luffy that it was a small price to pay for his life. A year later, the red-haired crew prepares to set sail for the final time. While saying his goodbyes, Luffy tells Shanks he won't ask to go along with the group. He's decided to become a pirate on his own. Then, after some teasing from Shanks, he declares, well, one day I'll have a better ship and crew. Then we'll gather the biggest hoard of treasure in the world, and I'll become king of the pirates. Shanks smiles. Well then, do me a favor. Keep this hat safe for me. It's very important. Promise you'll give it back to me someday, when you become a great pirate. He places the hat on tearful Luffy's head and heads to his ship, setting off to explore the seas. 10 years later, Luffy, now 17, sets sail from his hometown. As he prepares to begin his journey, a familiar creature lurks up from the depths. She, here's an attack I've been working on. And with a gum pistol, he takes his revenge on the sea beast and affirms to the sea, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. With that, our journey begins, and Straw Hat Luffy is born. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, give it a like. We'll be posting a new episode of The Grand Journey every Wednesday, so subscribe here to One Piece Explained to keep up to date on this series and more. Let us know what you think and give us feedback down in the comments below. See you next time.